facility. This is not exile now at the time when Marx, Lenin, or even when Khomeini was in exile. This is exile which is during which she remains intimately in touch with people. There is the net in particular. She converses with district and tehsil chapters also.
But not the people.
Wherever.
They're not in touch with the people.
No,
that's
this is the party. We are talking of the party. The party structures are very intimately in touch with her, and that's thanks to technology.
Well, that's fine. You know, the party's in touch with her, and you can converse with her on the net or on the telephone or whatever. There's communication is easy, but to get down to your voters, I mean, that's a big problem, because when you pick a leader, the leader leads the party, but the leader also has to be someone who's recognized by the voters.
When that stage comes,
hasn't it come? Because you have a young population today who don't know.
Yeah, but
who all these people are who are sitting in London and Dubai and.
But when it's really necessary to get to the voter, she'll be here. That's the elections.
But
she'll be here. We don't want to disturb the structure of the party, really, honestly. Right. In fact, at one stage, because of there's so much happening against her, and she was the focus and target of so many prosecutions, etc., that the party thought that we would, for a while, for an indefinite period, sort of obviate the issue of who the chairperson is. So she was elected by a body, the highest body of the party, for a life presidentship. She has no problem being elected again and again, quite honestly.
Well, she'd obviously win, so there's no question.
But she has no problem keeping in touch at the moment with party cadres, even in the remotest areas. But you are right, I agree, that to reach out to the voter, she needs to be here. And for the elections, she has decided she will be here before the polling day. Well before the polling day.
I mean, just before polling day, you can't campaign.
No, I agree.
They shut you down. What is it, 48 hours before?
She'll be campaigning.
She'll be campaigning. But there are loads of other issues that keep coming up about politics in this country, and whether things are. We've already talked about free and fair elections. We've talked about so many issues. But where do you see your party moving ideologically now? Have you moved away from the welfare state concept? Have you moved into this capitalist mode that everybody seems to be in? Or
no,
I think still subscribe to Mr. Bhutto's vision of Roti Kapra Makan.
I think we've moved. We want to move away from the national security paradigm and towards the welfare state. But we have certainly moved away from an overbearing state with, commanding all the heights of the economy, the commanding heights, including education, health, and running them, communications, everything itself, which was what was our philosophy in the 70s. State control. We moved away from that.
Gone back to the private sector.
We have certainly gone back to the private sector, but we do not believe in such overwhelming and all-encompassing privatization and private sector that the state in fact abdicates from its primary responsibilities. So we believe that primarily responsibilities like health, education, and communications must remain with the state. These are important. Plus, infrastructure like irrigation, etc., must remain with the state, and the state has to deliver.
They have to deliver. Because the private sector can't. They can't give you cheap, affordable healthcare or education or infrastructure for that matter. Well, we're coming to the end of this. I just want to ask you two last questions. One is on the state of the People's Party in the Punjab. Do you see the party sort of being routed in the Punjab, in flight? I mean, some people are very bullish. But you seem to have lost a lot of ground.
I'm very bullish about that. I think Punjab has tried out my Gujarat friends and compatriots, and I think Punjab is up to its neck in disaffection. Look at the crime rate.
But Punjab said
DIG
never
who
had
gets
it so
one
good.
day a DIG gets shot, the next day an assistant advocate general along with 8 people in Lahore get shot. I mean, look at the crime
But
situation.
imagine you're living in Karachi.
Yeah, as of old, of course. And the snatching, the car snatching, everybody has a mobile, and everybody's mobile is being snatched, or lives in fear of it being snatched, or his watch being taken.
But people say it's never been so good.
It's never been that bad, really, Tani.
Really?
It's never been that bad. And you've never seen in Lahore people sleeping on the streets. You've started seeing it in the last 7 years. It's becoming a Calcutta kind of a situation. You've never seen young children, 5-year-olds, ferreting for food on garbage heaps. You're seeing that in Lahore today. You've never seen so many beggars on traffic lights as you've seen them today. So I think and you've never seen such crime. All the appointments on police stations and SHOs are politically done.
Yeah.
They're done by one man, and for political considerations. So that's how I think the whole fabric is actually tearing apart, and Punjab is desperate for a change, and it's going to show that in the elections.
Well, let's see that. Yeah. So Aitzaz Ahsan, the Renaissance man, have you given up writing, or are you still writing, or can we look forward to another book?
Not yet, not yet. I have some books in mind, some books being fed into the computer, but my Indus Saga and my Divided by Democracy, which I co-authored with Lord Meghnad Desai, are so far doing very well. And the publishers are all very happy, and they keep bringing printouts, so excellent. I'm fine with that. But I have things in mind, and 5 years from now, it's less than 5 years, I've told my family, Bushra, and the children are reconciled to the fact that I am giving up politics and giving up law and going into a kind of a retirement or get a fellowship in sub-university, and then just read and write. And I'm going to write a phenomenal piece on Ghalib. I tell you, a book on Ghalib. And, you know, we have an amazing, a kind of a confusing sort of poetic expression and poetic analysis, where we have a ghazal, and we have Ghalib with so many ghazals, and nobody knows where the ghazal, in what year, what month, what episode provoked a particular verse or other verses, and whether they're disjointed. It's not like a sonnet by Keats, and you have the date and the month, or the poem by Wordsworth. We don't have that. I want to do some research on Ghalib, and you know, Ghalib, when obviously when he, this verse is a Calcutta verse, when he visited there, Beher gar beher na hota to bayaba hota. Only if you see this endless sea, ocean, can you write that. Or only if you are standing on the battlements of the Agra fort can you write Ghista hai jabi reet pe darya mere aage. So we have to follow Ghalib and his verses and point out where and when he wrote that. And there's very little evidence of that. A lot of work has to be done on that.
A lot of work, and it sounds like it's very relevant to today, because you seem poised on the battlements of the Lahore fort. Aitzaz Ahsan, thank you very much for joining us today. And thank you all for joining us. If you have an opinion or would like to be on this show, write into us at 24/7 at businessplus.tv. Until next time, goodbye from all of us here at 24/7.